Terry, my man, how are you? So I'm looking at your assignment. It looks pretty good, man. The only thing I can say is that some of this geometry can be better relaxed, like up here, for example. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a way to make it a little bit more smoother, right? So you see it like this, and it looks pretty decent. But you have to relax the geometry and also get rid of some of the squareness to the geo, right? So because I can see that there's a corner here, and a corner here in the back. So you have to make it more of a cylindrical shape as opposed to a box shape, right? So that's easy. That's just a matter of grabbing some points and pushing them in, and then the relaxed portion. If I go to the geometry, the editable poly, then select I'm going to go to the very bottom. Here it is. Paint this the formables, and there's a relax button that you can turn on. Let's make it a little bit smaller though, because it's pretty big. So the size, let's make it to about, that's too small. So let's go 4 or 5. 5 looks okay. And then when we crash, that is going to be a problem. So I'm going to pause it and then I'll come back. All right, so that's going to be a problem. It keeps crashing. So what I have to do is figure out why it's doing that, right? So to play it safe, I'm going to take the Turbo Smooth and Symmetry, delete it. Then I'm going to just preview. Oh, look at this. Okay. So you still have the middle section. We don't really need that, right? So let's actually I'm gonna add the symmetry once more and just get rid of that. Right? Oh, look at that. This is what happens when you don't work in the middle of your object, right? Of the view. This middle line here, when we look at it from the front view, it's incorrect how this guy is right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that. Oh, so you do have a middle row here. That's interesting. Oh yeah, no, it's not your fault actually. It's my fault. So I'm going to turn that on and then center it to the middle, right? That's it. So my fault. I take full credit on that mistake. So now we gotta make sure though that you don't end up with triangles, which I think you don't, right? So we're gonna collapse it now. To an editable polygon. So what's going on is this is the front, but we're seeing the back. So before we flip this around, let's set it in the right way. So I'm going to turn this off and make sure that the pivot point's right in the middle, not on the side. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this, and now it's in the middle of the view. God dang it. Alright, and then in the middle of the view, and I'm going to rotate it angle snap, right? So this angle snap right here. So there we go. Now I wanted to accept that as the new direction. So I'm going to go to the utility hammer, or a wrench in this case. I guess I changed it because it used to be a hammer. And then we're going to do what's called reset X form. This will tell the object that to adapt this as the new sort of direction, right? So if we go to the modifier, it puts a modifier called X form. And I'm just going to flatten it again by going to editable poly, and there it is. It's now into the right direction. So I'm going to save this, right? But now we've seen the front. And now I'm going to delete half of this. And technically we shouldn't see now. Where the heck is it? That's okay. We're going to see it from the front view. And then move it like that. So it looks like it's working, right? So now we're going to apply a symmetry. Center that. Oh, what's going on? Oh, it's because it's grab this and then do it now. There we go, right? So now it works. And then let's try, I'm going to save it just in case because you never know. We're going to try to smooth it out a bit. Yeah, look at that. So now it works, right? So now it's starting to, I'm going to throw in a turbo smooth on top. And go and continue the whole relax process, right? I do want to see this though with a nice align display. There we go. And crank this to number 2. Right? And now what happens is that if you grab, hopefully it works again. I'll make the brush a little bit bigger. Maybe like around 4 or something like that, right? There we go, right? Now let's try to stay away from the middle because that's what's going to happen, right? And then let's look at the behind the character. And we'll fix this grid shape and make it more of a curve. If it does happen like that, we can fix that manually, right? The whole point is to break up the grid, right? So I would go ahead and do this all over the body just to adjust it. I don't know what's going on with my Mac today. It just takes its time for some reason. I wonder if it's because I'm capturing, right? The video capture. All right, and then of course keep going, right? That's actually getting rid of the corners here, right? At least a little bit, right? So that you know you can actually use pull, push and pull, right? That's too strong. So that means that we're gonna have to modify this brush. So right now it's pretty strong at 10. So we're gonna bring it to, let's say, 0.5, right? And see, you can actually use that to your advantage, right? And get rid of some of the other imperfections that might be the case, right? The point is, you know, you can just live in, you know, try new things, right? Right. So this is pretty cool because I think if you hold Shift or Control, I forget, it switches it to relax. I haven't done this in a while, but if you want to just select the relax, and you can just go and click that, right? Okay, so that's all, and that should fix it or make it look a little bit smoother. That's it.